At 40, this West Indies legend just bought his third mansion, while most cricketers retire broke. Chadwick Walton lives like a king, and most people have no idea how rich he really is. While other cricketers struggle after retirement, this Jamaican superstar built a $7 million empire that keeps growing every single day. Today, we're going inside his secret world of luxury cars, private jets, and million-dollar investments that will shock you. But first, let me tell you why Walton's wealth story is different from every other cricketer you know, and the dark secret that almost destroyed everything he built. Most cricketers make money and spend it fast, but Walton did something completely different that changed his life forever. Growing up in Kingston, Jamaica, he watched his father work 3 jobs just to pay rent on their tiny two-bedroom house. The electricity got cut off so many times that young Chadwick learned to do homework by candlelight. His mother sold homemade patties on street corners to buy his first cricket bat, a used wooden stick that cost her an entire week's earnings. This poverty shaped his mind in ways that would later make him millions. While other kids dreamed of hitting sixes, Walton dreamed of never being poor again. The turning point came when he was 16 years old. His family couldn't afford university fees, and Walton was ready to quit cricket to work in a local factory. But his school coach, a former West Indies player named Marcus Williams, saw something special in this quiet kid from the ghetto. Williams made a deal that changed everything. He would pay for Walton's university education, but only if the young man promised to think like a businessman, not just a cricketer. This conversation planted a seed that would grow into a multi-million-dollar empire at university. While other cricket players partied and chased girls, Walton spent nights in the library studying business and economics. He read books about successful entrepreneurs, learned about investments, and most importantly, discovered the power of compound interest. His teammates laughed at him for being too serious, but Walton was building knowledge that would make him richer than all of them combined. He even started a small business selling cricket equipment to younger students, making his first entrepreneurial profit of $500 before he turned 20. The early struggles taught him lessons that millionaire kids never learn. When his university teammates ordered pizza every night, Walton ate rice and beans because it was all he could afford. When they bought new cricket gear every season, Walton used the same worn-out equipment for 3 years. But these hardships built character and financial discipline that would serve him for life. He learned to value every dollar, save aggressively, and think long-term when others focused only on immediate pleasures. When the Caribbean Premier League started in 2012, teams fought to sign him, and the Jamaica Talawars paid him $150,000 for just 6 weeks of cricket. That's more than most people earn in 3 years. But here's what nobody knew at the time. Walton was so scared of losing this money that he slept with the contract under his pillow for a week. The kid who once had no electricity was now holding a piece of paper worth more than his entire neighborhood's annual income. But instead of celebrating, he made a decision that his teammates thought was crazy. While other players bought expensive cars and threw lavish parties, Walton lived in a tiny apartment and rode a bicycle to practice. He took that $150,000 and split it into 3 parts. 1/3 went to his mother to buy the family a proper house. 1/3 went into a savings account that he promised never to touch. The final third became his investment fund, and this is where the magic started happening. He hired a financial advisor who taught him about real estate, stocks, and business opportunities. This decision to live below his means while investing aggressively would later separate him from players who earned twice as much but ended up broke. The real breakthrough came in 2014 when Walton made what his advisor called the smartest decision any athlete ever made. He was earning $300,000 per year from various T20 leagues. But instead of upgrading his lifestyle, he increased his investments. He bought his first rental property in Kingston for $80,000, a small house in a decent neighborhood that generated $800 monthly rent. The math was simple, but powerful. That single property would pay for itself in 8 years, then generate. Walton's cryptocurrency investments have been equally impressive. He bought Bitcoin when it was trading at $10,000 per coin, investing $300,000 for 30 Bitcoins. At current prices, those coins are worth over $1.3 million. He also invested in Ethereum and Caribbean fintech companies, building a diversified portfolio worth over $4 million that keeps growing every year. Despite his massive wealth, Walton lives by strict financial rules learned from his bankruptcy scare. He never spends more than 20% of his annual income on lifestyle expenses. The remaining 80% gets reinvested into assets that generate passive income. This discipline means his wealth compounds faster than he can spend it, a problem most people would love to have. His luxury experiences are carefully planned investments in relationships and opportunities. He spends over $200,000 per year on exclusive vacations, but these trips often lead to business deals worth millions. His favorite destination is Monaco during the Formula One Grand Prix, where he rents a $50,000 per week yacht and invites fellow cricketers and business leaders. These connections have resulted in partnership opportunities and endorsement deals that more than pay for the trips. Last year, he chartered a private island in the Maldives for his 39th birthday, costing $100,000 for 1 week. Only 20 guests were invited, making it one of the most exclusive birthday parties in cricket history. But this wasn't just extravagance. Among the guests were potential investors in his upcoming cricket facility project, and deals worth $2 million were discussed on that private beach. Walton's watch collection tells the story of his journey from poverty to prosperity. His first expensive watch was a Rolex Submariner he bought after his first big contract, a symbol that he had made. It's out of the ghetto. Today, he owns a Rolex Daytona worth $80,000, a Patek Philippe costing $120,000, and a custom Audemars Piguet with diamonds valued at $200,000. Each watch represents a milestone in his wealth-building journey. What separates Walton from other wealthy athletes is his long-term thinking. At 40, when most cricketers plan retirement, he's building his biggest project yet. The Caribbean's largest cricket training facility will cost $5 million to build and house 100 students. International players will pay $10,000 per month for training programs, while local students receive scholarships funded by Walton's foundation. The facility is projected to generate $2 million annual profit, adding another massive income stream to his portfolio. His ultimate dream is even more ambitious. Walton wants to buy a cricket team in a major T20 league, something that costs between $50 to $100 million. He's building investor partnerships to make this reality, and if successful, he would become the first West Indian cricketer to own a franchise team. His business advisors project that Walton's net worth will reach $15 million by 2028, making him one of the richest cricketers in West Indies history. Despite his wealth, Walton hasn't forgotten his roots. He quietly donates over $100,000 per year to youth cricket programs in Jamaica, providing equipment, coaching, and scholarships to kids who can't afford to play. His foundation has built 8 cricket pitches in rural communities, each costing $50,000, giving kids safe places to play and dream of cricket careers. He personally visits schools in Kingston's poorest neighborhoods, teaching kids about cricket and life lessons. The latest updates from 2025 show that Walton is far from finished with his cricket career or wealth building. Just recently, Chadwick Walton's blistering half-century powered West Indies champions to a narrow 10-run victory over England champions in the World Championship of Legends 2025. His explosive 83 runs off 50 balls helped set a competitive total and proved that at 40, he still has the power and skill that made him famous. This performance in the Legends tournament shows he's not just living off past success, but actively adding to his cricket legacy while earning substantial appearance fees. The World Championship of Legends tournament represents a new revenue stream for retired cricketers, and Walton has positioned himself as one of the star attractions. These Legends tournaments pay top performers between $50,000 to $100,000 for a few weeks of cricket. providing additional income that supplements his investment portfolio. His recent century performance will likely increase his market value for future tournaments and endorsement deals. But Walton's 2025 story isn't just about cricket performances. Behind the scenes, his business empire continues expanding. Sources close to his management team revealed that he's in advanced negotiations to acquire a second luxury resort, this time in the Bahamas. The property would cost $3 million. But projected returns suggest it could generate $600,000 annually in profit. This deal would make Walton one of the largest Caribbean resort owners. Among former athletes, his technology investments are also paying dividends in 2025. The fintech companies he invested in during 2020 have grown significantly, with one of them recently valued at $50 million. Walton's initial $200,000 investment now represents a stake worth over $2 million. These tech investments show his ability to identify growing industries and position himself for maximum returns. The transformation from a poor kid doing homework by candlelight to a multi-millionaire businessman is complete. But Walton's story continues to evolve. He recently announced plans to write a book about financial literacy for athletes, sharing the lessons that turned his cricket career into a business empire. The working title is Beyond the Boundary: Building Wealth That Lasts Forever, and all profits will fund cricket scholarships for underprivileged children. His marriage to financial planning has been more successful than many celebrity relationships. While other athletes struggle with money management, Walton's disciplined approach ensures his wealth grows faster than his spending. He's living proof that intelligence and discipline can turn athletic talent into generational wealth that benefits entire communities. The secret to Walton's success lies not just in making money, but in understanding money psychology. He learned that wealth isn't about impressing others with expensive purchases, but about building systems that generate income without constant work. Every investment he makes passes a simple test. Will this asset make money while he sleeps? If the answer is no, he doesn't invest. As 2025 progresses, Walton shows no signs of slowing down. His cricket academy has a waiting list of over 500 students. His rental properties are fully occupied with long-term tenants, and his resort investments are booked solid through 2026. The multiple income streams he created provide financial security that no single cricket contract could ever offer. Chadwick Walton's story is more than just about money. It's about a young man who refused to let poverty define his future, who learned from devastating mistakes, and who built an empire through discipline and smart decisions. From sleeping with contracts under his pillow to owning private jets, his journey shows what's possible when talent meets intelligence and determination. At 40, Walton's empire continues growing, proving that the best cricketers are also the best business minds. His legacy won't just be the runs he scored or the catches he took, but the example he set for young athletes about building wealth that lasts forever. The kid from Kingston who once had no electricity now lights the way for others to follow, showing that with the right mindset, anyone can transform their life and create lasting prosperity. His story proves that true wealth isn't measured by what you spend, but by what you build. And Walton has built something that will benefit generations of his family and community for years to come. Subscribe now to discover which current cricket star is secretly building a billion-dollar empire that will shock the entire sports world.